Boxing fans, it's Kenneth, SBM Boxing. Visit the web at www.sbmboxing.com. Let's speak boxing. Friend request, subscribe. Great weekend of fights. Juan Marquez was defeated by Timothy Bradley. Juan Marquez is still a badass. He's one of the best, if not the best, to a lot of people's eyes, but one of the best in my eyes, as far as in my generation, as far as fighting-wise. He hasn't ducked, dodged nobody, not take anything. Juan Marquez, he's 40 years old, but he's a badass fighter. Anybody else, if Timothy Bradley didn't prepare himself legitimately for that fight, if Timothy Bradley didn't have that game plan, Timothy Bradley would have made any kind of mistake, he would have paid for it. He would have paid for it. So he definitely would have paid for it, because Juan Marquez has too much experience and too much knowledge. He would have shut the door quick on Timothy Bradley. But Timothy Bradley put up a game plan, and he had a good fight. He had a good fight. Timothy Bradley, I just hate to say it, it's weird. The only person I can see that beats Juan Marquez is Manny Pacquiao, if that. But I just hate to say it, Timothy Bradley was the better fighter that night. Is Juan Marquez old and he needs to retire? No, he still has a lot of fight still in the tank. That dude's an iron fist. He's an iron ball. He's made out of iron, man. That motherfucker's bad. But anyways, I want to talk about a fight that I didn't want to give permission about. I didn't want to really give a prediction about whatsoever. Adrien Broner versus Marcus Maidana. Yes, that fight's going to take place. Marcus Maidana, he's a badass dude. He looked great against Josito Lopez. Everyone knows about Marcus Maidana, but Marcus Maidana is a solid fighter. And this is going to be the first time Adrien Broner is going to get tested at the 147. Adrien Broner came up 2 weight classes, took on Malignaggi. He didn't look too good against Malignaggi, but keep in mind, he did go up 2 weight classes. Coming into his second fight, he's going to carry the weight a little bit better. Training is going to be a little bit easier. His power is going to go up. His speed is going to go up, just depending on his training camp. But the first fight, he didn't look good whatsoever. I thought he won the fight, but he fought, one of the weaker 147 oppositions out there. Paulie Malignaggi, yeah, not take anything from Paulie. Paulie's a legit fighter and stuff like that. But Paulie did what he came to do that night. He pressed him. He put his hands on him. He gave Adrien Broner a run for his money. Paulie was the more aggressor. Adrien Broner didn't really stop him, didn't really stun him, but Paulie just didn't have the power. If Paulie had the power and put his hands on him a little bit more, Adrien Broner would have been hurting. But Adrien Broner took the punches. He wasn't that aggressive whatsoever. You can tell he had problems as far as carrying the weight. His power wasn't there. He was catching Paulie with all kinds of shit, and Paulie wasn't moving. He wasn't budging whatsoever. Paulie was just being an aggressor. So Broner definitely needs to get a little bit better as far as his power. His power has to be there, because his power shows up. That same power shows up the night of Marcus Maidana is going to be a short night for Adrien Broner, because Marcus Maidana will take them punches, eat them punches, and spit them out, and just bring it to Paulie Malignaggi. And as far as speed-wise, Marcus Maidana is not no Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner definitely can counter. He definitely has the speed. Marcus Maidana is just a solid fighter. He has defense. He's good defensively. He has power. He knows how to box. He has that experience. But the only thing about it is, Marcus Maidana is not an A-class fighter. So Marcus Maidana can be beat. He has a lot of flaws in his game. If you box, Adrien Broner has the potential. If he goes ahead and box Marcus Maidana, he can win that fight. But it just depends on the fighter. It all depends on Adrien Broner, and the way he's preparing himself. Right now, just rapping, going on tour for 2 months, having a 1-pack. I'm pretty sure he's going to train himself, but it just comes down to his training camp. If the same fighter, Adrien Broner, if Adrien Broner would have took on Marcus Maidana instead of Paulie Malignaggi, he was smart. He was smart about that, because if he would have took on Marcus Maidana, I think Marcus Maidana would have knocked him out. I hate to say. And you know what? A lot of people, Adrien Broner, I'm a fan of Adrien Broner. I hope Adrien Broner wins. Don't get me wrong. I hope he wins. He's a young guy. He has a lot of skill. He has a lot of potential. He has a great future ahead of him, just like Canelo Alvarez. But let's be real. Adrien Broner has never been hit like somebody like Marcus Maidana. If Marcus Maidana would have caught Adrien Broner the first time at the 147, he would have felt that 147 power. It's a different power than what he ever felt, But what's my fight prediction on that one? Holy fuck. I just hate to give a fight prediction on this. It's a 50-50. It all depends on Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner can pull off that victory, but if Adrien Broner sleeps and gets a little bit too comfortable and his defense is not up to par, Marcus Maidana, I don't even think it'll go to the difference. I think Marcus Maidana will knock him out. If it goes the difference, honestly, you know, Adrien Broner is going to win. If Adrien Broner just sticks to the game plan, just jabs, uses a lot of feet works, just sticks and moves, and a little bit more active, you got to let them hands go, man. You know, you can't do a Paulie Malignaggi because Marcus Maidana has too many combinations. Marcus Maidana is not a one-punch fighter. He doesn't, his combos are not 1-2. Marcus Maidana throw like a 3-4 punch combination at you with power. With power. So Adrien Broner cannot come into the fight thinking that one or two punches or counter punches is going to win the fight, because that's not going to happen. The same approach that he did against Paulie Malignaggi, he will lose the fight and he will get knocked out. Hands down, he will get knocked out. But anyways, this is Kenneth, SBM Boxing. Friend request, subscribe. Have a good one. Take it easy.